So these are people that he actually did do business
He told on him. He did business with him. And his whole thing was, they forced me to do the business.
Wack100 exposes Freeway Rick Ross, says he's a snitch. Let's talk about it. This is Fresh Hip-Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. So yes, Wack100 and the Hunter side have exposed someone that we did not think would be exposed. Rick Ross, the original Rick Ross, as a snitch, and he says there's paperwork with it. As in there's proof. And this all started when Wack and Rick Ross had a back and forth on Vlad TV, where it was the first time we really seen Rick Ross look a bit agitated by the suggestion that he could be snitching. And after that, Wack100 and 600 had a heated exchange with Freeway Ricky Ross on the phone. Wack was confronting Freeway about a story that he said that Wack was running in Miami to the po-po. The police, the cops. But I don't think Freeway Ricky Ross knew he was getting recorded. But then came the Adam and Wack show, where they spoke about the whole situation between Wack and Freeway Rick Ross. And in this first clip, Wack100 goes into how he received the paperwork and him informing Rick Ross himself. Check out the clip.
But Freeway Rick, he's harmless. He was never known for being like one of those dudes, loose cannon, right? Says Freeway Rick's a snitch too. I say, bro, Freeway Rick ain't told on nobody. That's the police. I don't count that. Nah, he told on some dudes out of Ohio and some this, that. I said, you ain't got to work. I got it. He sends it. When he sends it to me, I read it. Because we're all on the stream yard. It's like 10 of us, right? We got the clip. I'm just waiting to expose it, right? So I had this call on the expose. I'm like, Rick, I let it go. Nah, man, if you say it, where it's at? Ain't nothing that ever says that, this, that. I let it go. He called my bluff on Vlad. I'm a man with an ego. It's a lot of people looking. So we sent him his paperwork.
Yeah, fam. Wack100 speaking about how he got the paperwork. Loose cannon of all people exposed the information to Wack, and because of Wack's respect for Freeway Rick Ross, he didn't even investigate at first. But then when Rick Ross called him out on Vlad, put him on the spot saying that he was lying, Wack got the exposers to get the information. And in this next clip, Wack explains the situation that led to Freeway snitching in the first place. Check it out.
And how's the paperwork looking?
He went to Texas and got out of Texas, and for whatever reason, he contacted his plug again. His plug made contact with him and needed him to move. And Freeway Rick seen the profit margin he was making, and it was a significant amount. So he starts doing it, and then they hook him up with somebody in New York, right? Somewhere in there, he gets busted. So he tells on the plug, he tells on the other people in the operation, these aren't LAPD.
Yeah, fam. See, Wack then just breaks down exactly what's going on. Rick Ross was arrested and then implicated the Connect and put a whole load of serious crimes on other individuals. I somehow believe that Wack likes to break people down. He likes to break the news, have the content, expose them. I think he gets some sort of satisfaction from it. But in this last clip, people, we find out even more information about what Rick Ross apparently or allegedly has done, as Adam22 reads out the paperwork.
Ross's defense, however, focused on a claim of entrapment. Dr. Melvin Bouquet, Ross's former tennis coach, testified that Ross had complained that someone was harassing him to do a drug deal despite Ross's protest that he was no longer involved in the drug trade and he had gone straight. Ross testified on his own behalf and told of his story in the drug trade. Ross testified that Blandon was still involved in the drug trade after he moved back to Miami, and that both Ross and his partner Ollie Newell negotiated deals with Blandon there. Ross testified that even after he moved to Cincinnati to get out of the drug business, Blandon kept pulling him back in. Ross said that Blandon had asked Ross to kill someone for him before, but that Ross had refused because he had strong feelings about killing people.
Freeway never denied it. He just said, you can't get the paperwork. And he got more. I'm just chilling. Hopefully Freeway Rick kick back, because I got some more that says some more, even more crazy. The people that deal with him gonna deal with him. The youngsters that don't know him don't know him.
But is his excuse going to be like, I didn't take part in this criminal conspiracy. They just asked me to, and I said no.
No, because he told on the plug in New York, the dude in Miami, and dudes in Ohio.
So these are people that he actually did do business
He told on him. He did business with him. And his whole thing was, they forced me to do the business.
So there you have it, a breakdown. What the paperwork actually says that Rick Ross actually did. He got out of jail or prison, and somebody tried to pull him back into the D-Rug game, and he wasn't having it. So he went to the authorities and testified that he was getting bullied back into the drug game. He even said the person tried to get him to end someone's life. Now that's a serious allegation, and I'm no street guy, but that to me sounded like snitching. It sounded like telling a very serious allegation to the law. Now, what happened to this individual, we don't know. Maybe Wack100 knows, because he said there's more information out there that he can expose. And one thing we know about Wack100, he is not shy to expose information, especially if it's the sake of content. But will people really care about this information showing that Rick Ross may have cooperated with the law? He's in his 60s. He's an old school street legend. I very much doubt anybody's coming to get revenge for him snitching. But one thing I found funny is, how did this paperwork stay under wraps, away from the spotlight for so long? Rick Ross has been out for a number of years, been on big shows or channels like DJ Vlad, and in this age of people trying to expose people, you would have thought he would have been exposed by now. But we'll have to wait and see what Rick Ross has to say in response to this, whether he comes out in his own platform to address this, or DJ Vlad's gonna ask him next time he's up there. But one thing for sure, the truth will come out. I wanna know what you think. Get in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And for less than $2 a month, you can become a member of the channel. Exclusive content here just for you. This is Fresh Hiphop Opinion. Peace and love.